What's happening, people? Population Nation here. Now, I uh, I tried recording videos of Invincible episodes 1, 2, and 3. Unfortunately, I kept getting interrupted and had some family issues to attend to. But then I thought, well, I'm gonna wait for episode 4, and my God, like it was well worth it. Um, I'll just very quickly summarise the plot from episodes 1 to 4 so far. So basically, we find out that Multicate had a copy of her stashed away, and she's just taken some time out with the Immortal. They've come back to join the Guardians of the Globe, but Doc Seismic has managed to escape. They've kidnapped them all the Guardian, and many other superheroes, and Invincible and Eve come to the rescue, but they're having a hard time, and Cecil ends up sending in his Rihanna men, I think they're called, and Darkwing, and basically Invincible blows a nut, has a big falling out with Cecil, and says he'll never wait for him again. Meanwhile, the Guardians also have a bit of a falling out, and some of them leave to form their own sort of team, and then some, including Multicate, the Immortal, a few others, stay behind. And we've also got Alan the Alien. Now it starts off, I think it's episode 1. It starts off, you see Omni-Man. It's a very short clip, says I think I miss my wife. Well, in episode 4, because Alan the Alien, they've been trying to dissect him, basically, torture him, but he says he won't leave until Omni-Man joins, because he wants him on their side. And basically that happens. Omni-Man's execution starts. Alan basically is like, I'm going to try and force his hand, stop the execution. He frees some of the prisoners, including Battle Beast. And they end up, basically the two Viltrumites that are sent are, Battle Beast obviously takes one of them out. You know, he says he's been waiting for a challenge, and Alan and Omni-Man between them take out the other one, and then Omni-Man, Nolan Grayson, then tells Alan that because Alan says we better get out of here, let's take that ship, you know, before more come. And then Nolan basically says, look, our biggest kept secret is there's like 50 or less true Viltrumites left. And that's basically where it ends. Now, Oliver's developed his powers, got his powers. He's actually had kept him a secret for a little while, and Mark basically has agreed to train him. As he's got Cecil a bit worried. Obviously, Cecil, would like that responsibility, but he's lost Mark, and obviously now Oliver's got his powers, and they know that somebody else is also watching them, as well as Cecil's obviously watching them, and he's going to be upping his game as well, trying to find, which is part of the falling out he had with Mark Grayson, actually, with Invincible. Takes him into the White Room, and he says it's for my protection, and he's at some point he's got something in his that they've implanted in Mark, a certain frequency that like sort of disables him, and Mark's really not happy about this. But obviously now you've got Oliver involved, and Alan, the alien, and Nolan have now broken free. Nolan knows there's no way now that he can go back to his Ultramite people, and he has made that leap from letting himself be, what do they call it, to their tradition. They let him fully heal before they execute him. But obviously Alan stopped that, and it looks like he's going to join the cause. He's revealed the biggest secret, that there's not many of them left. But all in all, I am just so impressed. I would have loved this to have come out when I was like young, much younger. And because I used to collect comics, but I actually stopped collecting them sometime in my late teens, and I think I've told the story before. I temporarily moved, and I gave them to a friend to look after, and let's just say I never saw them again. Hundreds of back issues and that I had, some worth some money, some not really worth money, but I had whole groups of stories, and that Invincible would have been one of the comics, if it was out back then, that I would have brought and collected. And I think the people making it, some of the fans were a bit disappointed in episode 1, mostly towards Amber. I can't remember if it was because they race swapped her or not, but what they were saying was her character wasn't, regardless of what race, she just wasn't a nice character. Why Mark would want to be with her. Season 2, they obviously listened to the fans and fixed that, and she was a much better character. Also, the gayness, I can't remember whether it was in season 1 or season 2, but one of the friends, St. Clair, takes him and turns him into one of the early models of the Rihanna Man. And, not homophobic, but it was just cringy. And anyway, when Mark finds out that Cecil's got St. Clair working for him, which is one of the reasons he fell out with him, as well as Darkwing, who murdered people, he got it working for him. But anyway, Mark goes to his friend and his gay lover and just basically says, I think you should know this is what's happened. So they totally turn that down. Like I say, it's one thing having homosexuals or gay or LGBTQ in a storyline. It's when it's really over the top and in your face. And in this season, when Mark goes to tell them and they're sat there, it was just fine. It wasn't cringy, you know. And I actually think even Donald, who doesn't say a lot, but I find him very interesting. They show you some of Cecil's, I don't know, I should say, they always call him Cecil. I find myself saying Cecil, but his backstory and how he got promoted to where he is and why he's actually got the scar on his face, that was interesting. And just in general, the character work, seeing Mark slowly changing and becoming who he ultimately will be. Then you've got Oliver as I kind of sort of see as like a young Thor and Loki situation, the difference between them. And obviously Mark can see he's going to have his hands full with Oliver. So there's a few storylines going, and now with Alan and Omni-Man breaking out, Nolan's, told Alan the secret, and Alan knows that by turning one Viltrumite, Nolan, and he also knows about Mark and also now Oliver, he knows that this, I forgot what it's called, but this League of Aligned Planets, that could even be what it's called, but yeah, that are trying to get together to somehow face the Viltrumites and put an end to their rule. And it's going to be the start of what will be the Viltrumite War. And I've just finished watching episode 4, and I'm like, wow, this time I'm going to definitely make a video because I was so impressed. I really am. It's something I would have loved to have seen 20 years ago or something, Yeah, even Explode, like, hello, dickheads. The proper, and like with the over the top violence as well, it's a bit manga style, but it's just fully enjoyable. The characters are interesting, the storylines are interesting, stuff is going somewhere, things have consequences. There's nothing really, if you're a big comic book fan like I am, there's nothing really to not like about it. And I am going to end it there, people. Thanks for listening. If you haven't watched it, definitely give it a go. And I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. It'd mean a lot to me. Drop us a comment, share, hit that notification bell, ding dong. And as it is Valentine's Day today, I give my love to you all. Thank you very much and have a great day.